What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Telcoin today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I'm aware that a few of you, more than a few of you, have requested this coin over the past week. I'm aware as to why, right? You're at new relative highs here, and I do think that you're going to continue to grow. I think you're working your way up really all the way to your all-time highs and beyond, right? What you've done, Telcoin, is what I think a lot of cryptos are about to do, what they're on the cusp of doing, which is you're really breaking away from your multi-year bear market consolidation phase. Whenever you do this, whenever you break away, I'm expecting this type of behavior, something spectacular. What you saw last week, well, that was a nice move. You're up 23%, or sorry, 79%. I was like 23. That looked bigger than that. 23% was here. 79% last week, almost 80% last week. I suspect that you might have bigger moves in store, right? Don't forget, you topped off back here in May of 2021 with a week that started at this exact same price, basically 323% to the upside. So when I tell you that last week, while that was nice, 79.4%, I'm not saying it's going to be this week, but next week, the week after, sometime soon, by the end of March, I suspect you see a week that's even bigger than this on your path to prices that are probably at 3.6 cents to 6.66 cents. Rather ominous number up there for you to find resistance at, isn't it? Oh, 6.5 cents. I lied. I'm sorry. I was just putting things out there that don't need to be put out there. My bad. From a high to a low right here, you consolidated. Beautiful phase consolidation. We've identified this in a few different charts, but anytime that you consolidate between the 1272 and the 1886, that's a really good thing. You did go a little bit lower to the 786, and that's pretty normal actually with the 1272. Generally, with this phase of consolidation, I would expect that you get a straight run up to the golden ratio, if not beyond. So if you were, I mean, it wouldn't make sense at all that you stopped this week. And the fact that you checked back to your 1272 already, you have about 4 days left in this week. I think that not only do you hit the golden ratio, but I think you probably blast through it. Again, I'm not saying by the end of this week that you're going to get a week that was bigger than last week's candle, because you've already come down so much that you only have 4 days left. But I certainly could see by the end of this week that you're at prices that are above a cent and a half. I definitely believe that. I think your minimum stopping point, I mean, truthfully, just looking at this by ways of the fib, I think your minimum stopping point would be 2.4 cents. But truthfully, I like this 4.4 cent to 7.777 cent area more, something in this zone. With how you've been moving, I wouldn't be surprised in the least if you were up in this area above 2.5 cents, probably in the first couple weeks of March, and then in the middle end part of March, you'll probably be working your way up to that 4.4 to 7.77 cent area. I don't anticipate that this move will result in a breakout to new all-time highs, but it could. And there are a lot of coins this cycle, maybe not a lot, but a handful of coins that while they've seen new all-time highs, what they've done is they have just poked just above, consolidated right around the all-time high, and then they continue moving up. Being that you've had a rather miraculous move already, and to continue this move up to your all-time highs would speak to its strength. It can't go on forever, right? It can't go on forever. So, or even if it does go on forever, you're going to need a breaking point. And what better breaking point to have than, between some prior areas of resistance and prior areas of resistance here, something between your 2272 and 2618. I don't know. I can see it happening. Looking at the weekly RSI here, yes, I'm aware there's bearish divergence. But the thing about bearish divergence, my friends, is it's only confirmed once you have a red week. Right now, the divergence is pointed down, so yes, there is divergence. But if this week closes green, and you continue to grow, well, you're not pointed down. The divergence isn't there. You have an incomplete move, right? Just like, I don't know, from here, right here, there was bearish divergence because your week closed right here. So you had lower highs, there was bearish divergence. But you didn't go down that week, right? That wasn't your top week. It wasn't this week that you stopped. You kept going. And you kept going even after that, right? And then you finally had a red week. That confirmed your bearish divergence. You had that move back. So until you get a red week, while having a lower high, I don't think that you're going to get bearish divergence. In fact, what I actually would suspect is that this move takes you above the 90. You probably will see this weekly RSI. Everybody selling because of this bearish divergence, they're going to be proven wrong. As soon as it gets above, they're not going to know what to do. They're going to be like, oh, the bearish divergence was wrong. It's time to FOMO in. And then right when you get that double high, that's when it's time to sell. Okay, that's what I'm expecting to happen with the weekly RSI. Something like that, up to the 90 area, I think is very suitable for targets that are at a minimum at 2.4 cents to 4 cents, something in that area. Targets that are closer to the peak of the all-time high or above it, they seem less likely, in my opinion. But to be completely fair as well, on the weekly aspect, these RSI readings are based off the closing points, not off the wicks, right? Like this wick here, if the RSI was based off the wick, this RSI would have had a higher high, not a lower high, right? But it's where it closed, so it only grew a little bit. So all I'm trying to say by that is, while it's completely feasible and it makes the most sense to me, at least from an RSI perspective, that you would close probably somewhere, you know, above 2.4 cents, but not any higher than maybe 4.5 cents. That's what would make the most sense to me. That's where you would close on a weekly basis before you confirm this bearish, or maybe not even bearish divergence, but before you start moving down again and correcting. You could close in this area. I wouldn't be surprised at all if you wicked to prices that were at your all-time highs, near your all-time highs, or even slightly above it. Right? I hope that all makes sense. I want to take an all-time high to the all-time low again. Or not the all-time low, but just this low here. You're looking super constructive, guys. Wow. Yeah, I'm even more convinced now. I want to move it up. Not 2.4 cents. That's no longer your minimum target. 2.6 cents. That's your minimum target. And you're at 1.19 cents now. So phenomenal. Phenomenal job, you guys. This looks really good. It looks really, really good. Absolutely, you're in the middle of a bull flag breakout, right? From a low here to a high. I'm just touching on all the bases, right? There's a lot of significant things you're doing. I'm sure people have mentioned this bull flag, but if it is a bull flag, look at that. From a low, that takes you all the way up right to that minimum target at 2.6 cents. I have a theory, right? I told you that I think that this divergence will go away. You're going to get a higher high, and it's when you get the higher high that you're going to start to probably come down. Just like here, right? It's once you got the higher high, that's whenever you came down. Where was that in reference? Oh, yeah. So if you're going to see that, you're going to get a reading that's higher than this, coming from relative areas of strength that are stronger than this. If this is what you saw in this move, and the bull flag trajectory would take you right to your 786 minimum target, my theory is this move here is going to be stronger than your last move. That's my theory. And if it is, you likely do go above the 786. You probably stop around this high, if not at the 886 itself. So while I do accept that 6.5 cents and even targets beyond that are possible by the end of March, this 4 cent to 2.6 cent area, I think we refined it really well, you guys. I think Telcoin, from its current price, I know that says 500%, but from its current price, not from the low, you've got 111% minimum, 225, 30% maximum is the expectation. Phenomenal, right? A 2 to a 3.3x is your expected zone. And if you were to see something bigger than that, maybe you see a 450% move, maybe even see something that's around 550% move by the end of March. But I think that's a little bit less likely. And if it did come, it would be in the form of a wick, right? Not in the form of closing prices. If I'm wrong, and you happen to see these prices before the end of March, if it's like the first week of March, you guys, and you're at new all-time highs, well, everything about this video is wrong as far as higher prices go, right? You're probably going to see targets at 21 cents by the end of March if that were the case. But what's this thing's market cap? Let's not get too ahead of ourselves, right? 1.1 billion. Holy hell. Is this right? You guys, wait, what? Is that right? Number 203, and it's 1 point. Is that right? There's no way. Market cap, it's the low. How's that right? I'm so confused. Because here we can clearly see, right, by market cap, that the lowest one, that would be FTX, and its market cap is at 654 million. But Telcoin is at 1 billion. Is that right? Was I reading it right? 1.1 billion. How's it at number 203 then? Is this having what's happening here? This is going to make my brain hurt. Hold on. 1.1 billion. Let me see. Where would that be in the market cap rankings? That would be all the way. That'd be right around here. Right? Because it's 1.1. How coin market cap, are you glitching? Let me just like try and refresh you. Hold on. Man, I'm going to have to restart this video. It's such a good video. 1.1 billion. What the hell? How are you at number 203? It doesn't make any sense to me. Something is going on. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I'm going to stop freaking out about that or getting tripped up on that. You're at 1.1 billion, okay? I don't know what's going on with CoinMarketCap, but it needs to get CoinMarketCap, you're drunk and you're tripping me up. Being at $1 billion market cap, you're probably not going to see a 16x. Probably not in a 1 month time. I mean, by the end of the cycle, sure, sure. More than that even is very possible by the end of the cycle. I think this thing, let's see. Yeah, you could go all the way up to around $1. You might, Telcoin by the end of the cycle genuinely could see $1 for its price. Around $1, just below $1, just above $1. I could see that happening. 40 cents minimum. But by the end of March, no, sir. I think something at 4 cents to 2.6 cents will do just fine. I'm going to try and figure out what's going on with this, even though it's probably nothing and it doesn't matter. I just obsess over glitches like this, so I'm going to do that. Hit the like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I think Telcoin is going to do very well. I think it is right now in the middle of this breakout move, and I don't think it stops until it's at 2.6 cents or 4 cents. I really don't think it stops. Any kind of pullback is going to be just like what happened this week. It's going to happen, and then it's going to unhappen, all in the same candle, right? It's on a nonstop party train, just like it was here, up to this area. I'm telling you, that's what it's going. So likely over the coming weeks, by the end of this month, and probably even before the halfway point of March, I would think you're up there. Leaving the door open to one of two things. Either you consolidate before most coins consolidate earlier in March, or you could press higher. You could press higher than what I've said in this video, right? If you don't go to the targets I'm talking about, if you don't stop there, my only thoughts would be that you stop at higher prices. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, you guys. Bye.